the aspect of whether Awolowo should be blamed on certain things or not, I mean, from what the speaker said all through, it's none that I agree with. But that is not to say that Awolowo was perfect. And one of the gray area for me is the fact that he also preached something that he was doing the opposite. And that thing is that
which
he
is what?
Claimed to be a socialist. A socialist.
Okay.
And Awolowo been so well educated. He was a journalist, he was a lawyer, among other disciplines, a philosopher. So, and there is no doubt that he knows the meaning of socialism and the practice.
What's the meaning of socialism? No. How did he go again? Sorry, so no. Don't just drop it like that. What is socialism? What did Awo do that made him not to be a socialist? Okay. Please explain.
The key aspect of it, one of the key aspects that the founder also hammered on, apart from ensuring that there is equal opportunity and equal, access to the Commonwealth. A socialist leader is also at no point in time expected to acquire wealth.
Lie. No. It should be poor. It should be poor to prove to you that he's a socialist leader. See, the converse is a lawyer. He went to school. He should not make money for himself because he wants to prove that he's a socialist. What are you talking about?
Okay, so the point is this. I like I said, I appreciate whatever you're saying, and I'm sure with the resources.
No, you have to prove it now. You have to prove it now, my brother.
He was a public.
Did he have businesses?
I'm not aware of any.
So if you don't know, don't say don't. If you don't know, then you can't judge. So let me tell you two. I'll tell you two. Number one, he had a chambers. Number two, he had the Diolu Limited. The Diolu Limited was a company that was named after his wife. DIL, Diolu Investment Limited, and they had land.
In what year?
I'm talking way after.
And how did he start it? Because
he started from the land that he got from the. Listen, you asked a question. He had the case. It was in Makoko. He won the case, and the payment he got was land. And it was the standard thing that a lot of lawyers did back then. Sometimes you collect money, sometimes you collect land. It might just be land that people, maybe one place that's very far away, people just say it's just land. You take it as the or even, you know what, I'm going to read it to you. You take it as payment for a job done. He had a law firm. Then he, by the way, Awo in his entire existence had about 4 houses at different points. He had one in Ikene, his hometown. He had one in Ibadan, Okebola. He had in Apapa. He had in Yagonku. The one in Yagoku, eventually he borrowed money to build the one in Yagoku. He borrowed money from Barclays to build the one in Apapa. He eventually sold the one in Yagoku to pay debts when he was around the time he was in prison. Awo had businesses. Number one, let me even start from the 40s. When Awo went to school in 1945, his wife was the one running the show. Not once did Mama HID collect any money from Awo, because Mama was a market woman in Agbeni, in Ibadan. She was making money all through her life. Now, when Awo got back, as a matter of fact, there's an interview of Dr. Awolowo Dosunmu, Dr. Tokunbo, saying that for a very long time, until I think it was around the 60s, 70s, thereabout, Mama was richer than Papa Awo because she was a businesswoman. What gave Awo his money was his law practice. And then the one that led to the founding of DIL, Didiolu Estate, was actually when he won that case. And by the way, what you said right now is exactly what Concord ran against Awo in the 1980s. Saying that he collected money, he took this, he did that, the money and the land, they're using Rajira Saki to take land from people, they're displacing people. Concord, and this is one of the reasons, let me say it now, this is one of the reasons people had the problem with Abiola. Because Concord did like over and over again, they were eating Awo. When Awo was going for a vacation in the United States, this was, I'll see if I can find the details, I'll read it out to you. They were asking him, what exactly, is there any substance to these claims made in Concord? Who owned Concord? Abiola. It was when he traveled back into Nigeria that he now had a press statement at the airport to explain exactly what I'm saying right now about DIL. Number two, our ideology of socialism is not that the leader should be poverty. There's no way in this world where socialism means that you must not be rich. I'm not Karl Marx. There's a mistake we made with this concept and ideology that we import. You don't have to practice every ideology based on where they did it. For instance, democracy in America is not the same thing as democracy in Greece. Democracy in Nigeria should not be the same thing as democracy in America, even though you're copying presidential system. It will change. The point is to say that because he had money means he was not preaching what he practiced. What exactly are you talking about? When it came to, it was building a welfare state. What welfare state means today is basically people becoming dependent on the government. But that's not what he meant. What he meant was, in fact, he called it democratic socialism. In fact, let me first read something. Mental magnitude is therefore a developmental theory of the mind and the individual in a socialist state. And then he addressed specifically to the underdeveloped nations of Africa, with Nigeria as its main target. When applied to leadership or government, particularly in an African society, the regime of mental magnitude becomes extremely crucial to Awolowo's social and political philosophy. Like Plato, Awolowo emphasizes mental qualities, and it is for this reason that an African socialist government must introduce free education at all levels for the purpose of the training and discipline of the mind. Because he sees the relationship between mind and body, his second cardinal program is free health for all. I'm going somewhere. It is after these two things have been taken care of that man can make his own positive contributions to any society from the economic, political, and scientific point of view. Full employment and integrated rural development completes the socialist program for a meaningful development of a socialist state. Awolowo's brand of socialism is not communism or Marxist socialism, but democratic socialism par excellence. It is not communism or Marxist socialism. It's not what you see in Russia or China. He called it democratic socialism. When you say things like a socialist is not expected to have money, I'm not going to live poor because I want the people to be well. I'm going to take care of the people.